Hey, what is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show on the planet. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and boy, oh boy, it's all weird, isn't it? It's all weird. I try and watch some videos, but it's just all crap. Couple of shining lights going through. We'll talk about some things, and then also I want to talk, like in this one, we'll give a bit of an update about Devon and Vitali, and then later on in the program, I do want to talk about like 3 things EVW Sports are getting right, and 3 things that they've just got wrong. There's a bit that I also want to talk about. Like I will explain why I had all the guests lined up and then now they're not. So hold your breath. It is funny because it's very good to see that there's one rule for me and there's a rule for everyone else. So I can't wait to get into it. But of course, first, while you're all hitting that like button, it's one of my favorite things to do on the show. Let me say hi to you dead set legends. Here we go. Dave Simpson says, I wonder if Devon will step away from the sport for a while after Short Clash. I think he will. I think he will. I really do. I think he'll, which in my opinion is probably the worst thing he can do. Well, I'll give you an update and then I'll explain why. That is the worst thing Devon can do, is take some time off after the Short Classic. Someone remind me to tell you why in a moment. Captain Tuggy says that's what Devon said. Vitali will have to go pull Levan and Erdemies if he did. Probably tough to find competition that warrants the training and all that's involved in preparation. Either way, he sort of reached a crossroad as far as a competitor with these age, competition, and class. Interesting, my man. Flatballs, yes and no. I mean, I think we've been spoiled that Devon has the capabilities to drop weight and pull in a lower weight class. He went all the way down to 105 kilos, so 232 or something. So doesn't just have to be super heavyweight. So we'll get in there. Tall Paul Hutchins, what's going on? The tallest of the tallest. Hey, I figured Jake would do a Hulk Hogan tribute video. Nah, not on this. Not on this channel. Nah. I've honored him in my own way. I'm not gonna lie, that shit hit hard. That hit me hard. That was my childhood hero. I came out to Hulk Hogan. My wife and I came out to Hulk Hogan song during our wedding when we were first introduced as husband and wife. We came out to the Hulkster, the bridal party and everything. So helped me a lot growing up. I've got a whole shelf up here dedicated to Hogan. So yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt for sure. Ready Bang says Dizzy Busy. J-Man Game says, conveniently, Edgar, the Enigma of dog shit, post a video undermine. So many contradictions in that. I'll talk about Devon Vitali first, then remind me to bring up that video. Got to say hi to everyone. Hi, Jake. Ready Bang from Poland. Do you like kangaroo meat? I don't like it. Not for me. It's good for you, but not for me. Ready Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from the Drew. My man Tim Talmadge, what's happening, Tim? What is happening? How are you, buddy? I miss you. Give us an update on Arm Sports Entertainment. Right, let me quickly say hi to everyone. Evening, Jake says CBLA. Jace Larsons. Hey, Aussie, I sent a comment on Engen's latest video and may have gotten blocked. Typical, Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't say anything on his channel, so there's no point. There's no point. So he can sit there. Oh, I saved arm wrestling from the pandemic. Like, nah. Nah. All right. But thank you very much, Jace, from the Super Chat. It happens to anyone and everyone. Everyone gets blocked on that channel. You can't argue with him or say, and it's his channel. He can do whatever he wants. He's just a dickhead. He's just probably genuinely one of the biggest fuckwits in arm wrestling. Moba Cry. Hello, Aussie. Dolan Duck. Hey, yo. What's going on? Darren Richard Stevenson. When everyone... when anyone does this, I just picture you as a 90s teen icon when you put your first name, middle name, and last name. Hey, Crazy Uncle Jim. What is in there? Painless. Ready bang. Ready bang. People want to talk about the slap fighting. That'll be, we'll get to that a little bit later on. We'll talk about the Devon Vitali update first. We'll talk about that video. We'll talk about slap fighting, and then we'll talk about things East versus West have done good and bad. Unapologetic Patriot afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. Well, good morning to you there. Roy Baker. What is happening? What is happening? Yes, you're all coming to Australia. I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for it. You guys are coming to my country, which is good. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Larry Wheels, king of the table. Devon, Michael Todd had a pretty big part in it, not manipulating the other. Yeah. Okay. Nice little sticker there. Thank you very much. Adiltia Pelv. Thank you. What else have we got? I was watching Ray's live, but he has blocked me from the live stream chats for some reason. I don't know, man. I don't know. Super chat here from MSD Gaming. Guy at my work looks like Blink 182's Travis Barker. We call him Blink 182 Timu. Glad the channel's still going. Unlucky Engen. Thank you very much for the support. Yes, it is official that all the copyright strikes have been wiped from my channel, and now it's my turn. Do I have the potential to shut down a channel with 200,000 subscribers? Yes, I do. Not sure if Jess and the kids are coming, unless you come to Melbourne, which I hope you are. But thank you very much, MSD Gaming. Okay. So, first things first, where are all the guests? So, I had Ricard and Pablo on the channel, and then I had Ricard and Pablo on the channel, and then I had Matt and Philip lined up, and then I woke up early in the morning, and they both said, hey, they sent me the text message. They're like, Robert Baxter said that we can't go on your show. Jake should know this, that it has to go on the EVW channel first. And I reached out to Robert. I thought that was just an Engen implemented thing. I've texted Robert this. I even offered my services to Robert. I said, mate, I can do it all on your channel. That's not a problem. I had a couple of things in there. It wasn't just, I'll just go on the show. I had a couple of other things. I don't work for free, and I'm not bowing down or anything, but I was like, I'll help you out. I just like interviewing athletes. I think that's my jam. That's my bread and butter. I think that's what I do better than most people. But it was quite interesting because now I'm seeing all the athletes I've seen on like a billion other channels. So, yeah, I get it. So, unfortunately, guys, for anyone to come on my channel, they have to have gone on EVW Sports first. So it looks like with the time frame of everything, I might not be able to get any more athletes on because we're 2.5 weeks out. I know they're starting to do it with Coach Ray. Will be doing the interviews. Coach Ray will be doing the podcast on the EVW channel. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that they'll come on my channel. I had just about all of them rip roaring, ready to go. It was even working out a time with Eddie Hall. So, yeah. So if you're wondering where it all with the Lachlan one was different. They changed his flight. So he had to quickly rush to the airport and get there early to do promotional stuff. And then he was flat out. I'd been talking to Lachlan throughout the weekend. So the Lachlan one was different, but all the others, yeah, that's why I haven't got any guests on the show. So, yeah, tune in to the East versus West ones because they're all on there. And that's what we've got. Okay, just having. Oh, okay, cool. Yes. Let's have a look. Pronator tendon is in there. There we go. Yo, everybody. What up, Ryan Boussier? The ultimate dead set legend. Hey there, everyone. There was one more comment. No, probably that's kind of crap. Look, I understand why. It's like there's no promotion going on. It's 2.5 weeks out. I'm happy to help, but that's okay. That's just the way it is. So we'll wait and see. And yeah, being so close, I don't know if I'm in a hurry to get the athletes on afterwards, but we will have to wait and see. All right. Any last comments? So now, no, they're not. They're not coming on the show. They don't want to. Like, I have a text message from, like I got a friend of mine. Oh, Brandon, you can't come on the show. You've got to do EVW Sports first, and then you can come on the show. Sorry, mate. But I tried to get Vitaly on the show, but he's pretty pissed off at the moment. He's pretty angry, not doing anything, so he's pretty pissed off. He's a bit annoyed. He hates that he's being pressured on to. So the response was that Vitaly's pretty pissed off because he's getting a lot of pressure not to pull in the USA, to not let the USA win or the USA event win. I'm paraphrasing. Just wants, they some powers to be want the Baku event to win and get the Devon Vitali match. So there's a bit of an update. So now it's like, is Vitali... For me, it's like Vitali's ducking Devon or Devon's ducking Vitali. I don't think really anyone's ducking each other. I really don't. I think both... I think both athletes want to pull, but it's just become almost like a political thing. Like, if you look at the timeline, in my opinion, clearly Vitali is under pressure not to pull in America. He's being hammered, I think there's an outside influence. I've spent a bit of time with Vitali. I've been at events with Vitali. Vitali's almost collapsed on me. I've seen him being bloody wheeled out in an ambulance or EMTs and things like that. So I don't think anyone is ducking each other, but Devon's come out and just gone whack. So I think Devon would have won if they had pulled within August. I think Devon wins that match. I'm just not the biggest fan of for me, I just think there's just one person that needs to shut the fuck. Like, seriously, the best advice for this one person is to shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You love arm wrestling so much, just let arm wrestling happen. Just let arm wrestling happen. Oh, wait, you're a compulsive liar. Okay, cool. So, yeah, if Vitali wasn't under so much pressure, and I think there's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of messages lost in the crossfire, which always happens. They're the two things that have cost us this match. Now, that's not the end of arm wrestling. There's millions of other matches that we can sit back, relax, and enjoy, but it just won't. We're just not getting Devon Vitali now. Do I think this match will happen in the future? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think it happens this year. In my opinion. Now, one thing which alludes me to this, one thing that I thought was great is I believe Robert got Vitali a 10-year visa, if I heard correctly, or ended up getting the visas, and Vitali just didn't want to come to America. If I've got everything correctly. So that's one thing that I think they've done really well and nailed. Because, like, no excuse now. We got Levan and Irakli a 10-year banger, and that's why they've relatively kept quiet, because it's like, hey, we just want to pull. We just want to arm wrestle, and we're not going to burn all of our bridges. So if they did get Vitali a 10-year visa, that's an incredible effort to be able to use stroke and use power in order to get athletes into the country. And all Vitali had to do once was one. I know getting a visa, well, I'm assuming getting a visa, like in Russia, you've got to go everywhere. But he only had to do this once. And then he's set till 2035. So, like, prime arm wrestling years. He can come to the United States as much as he wants. 2 or 3 times a year, not a problem. So, for me, that should have been done. In my opinion, bang, that should have been done. So, I thought that was one really good thing. All right, let me scroll and get some of your opinions. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm stuck to about here. Bloody hell. CBLA, if he isn't ducking, it's worse to be manipulated and blindly following instead. Yeah, but, you know, if they are very good mates, then that's a terrible mate leading him the wrong way. You know, we've all made terrible decisions supporting our friends. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. Whether they're you know, ex-girlfriends or family members, but you're like, no, I'm sticking with it. Devon is the reason this match ain't happening. You're back. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this person hates Devon. So while I'm enjoying both sides of the argument, I'm not going to listen. And what else have we got? Yeah, it does suck, but I think it'll happen next year. The only thing I believed in England's last video, he said he doesn't gamble. So I've heard about this gambling thing. I've been sent a lot of messages about this gambling thing. So, yeah, the accusations are pretty big. The accusations are pretty big about match fixing, you know, gambling on the matches and that. I'm probably with you, too. He doesn't come across as a gambler, in my opinion. But then to just like bury Devon again in your video, like, yeah, I don't see it. Like when they, and this is why I never go and talk. I only talk about things that are true. So that's why I never made a video like under investigation for gambling. Rah, rah. I looked at it and just went, well, when it's true, if it's deemed to be true, then I'll make a video about it. But it's not. I have no source that it's true. I've only just been told about the gambling thing. The rest of his video sucked. Oh my God. Spewing the same shit. Your timeline doesn't add up, buddy. You're inconsistent with everything you're saying. Just come out and say, in my opinion, just come out and say, I tried to bamboozle the event because I threw my toys out the cot. I quit. Just spewing shit like you're the most innocent person in the world. Like the amount of, yeah. I don't even want to talk about him. You guys keep bringing it up. Just spewing shit that video was. Hey! Armenian arm wrestler already bang. Hope everything's going well, Brandon. While you're in the chat, mate, please do not talk about your upcoming match with Brian Shaw. I'll message you afterwards, mate. I'll message you afterwards. What else? So I like this. I like this from Robert. This was one of my things that I quite like. But Robert, where have you been, mate? I know you're busy. In my opinion, let me just fix something. I'll do a couple of. I understand you're a very, very busy man. I get it, especially with all the crap that's going on. I would have done a couple of things. I would have said, Engen, you're not really my friend. Go away. We're going to sort this out. And two, in our eyes, Robert, you're the big dog. You're the man, not your partner. You're the big dog. In the arm wrestling world's eyes, you're the big dog. You're the boss. You're the head honcho. You're the man now. So I believe we should have had some weekly updates, 2-minute videos. I've tried speaking to A, B, and C. Here's our timeline with Baku and things like that. You know, this is what we want to do move forward. I think just a weekly or every 3 or 4 days, I think just keeping everyone involved. You know, here's 2 or 3 ways we can improve. Yes, our communication probably hasn't been good, but I think we can get it better. Instead, we just got a lot of silence, and then your mate just wanted to build his own brand and said, they're the couple of things, in my opinion, that you guys could have got better at. Like, you've got this huge event coming up, and then, in my opinion, Dexter's just on his own channel building his brand. I haven't seen any athletes. Like, I understand you get it on the EVW Sports channel first, but in my opinion, just looked like you're building your own brand and channel. There are a couple of things that you probably slipped up with. But I could be wrong. I'm usually am wrong. But there are a few things that you guys could have got right. I would have loved Robert to come in, take charge, show that he's the alpha, and just like, whoa, everyone, I've got this shit under control. That's my kind of leader. Like, okay, spot fires everywhere, and I'm going to inform you. I remember one time on my honeymoon, my wife and I were there was a delay. There was a plane delay at we're in Hawaii, ready to come home, and we're in Hawaii, ready to come home, and their plane was delayed. And every 15 minutes, they updated us. We ended up being delayed for 24 hours. Oh no, we're stuck in Honolulu. But I loved that leadership. Understand everything's in turmoil, but we're going to give you regular updates. We wanted to hear that. I think you could have been the alpha here and you could have really hit a home run. But instead, you may build it his own brand. My opinion. Now, I could be wrong. Let's see what you guys say. Anyone still blaming Devon for Baku as a clown? No, he didn't accept the visa. It's my understanding. Everyone's saying hi to Brandon Allen because he is Brandon's a star. I'm going to beat him in the ugliest way possible so everyone hates me, just like Larry. Oh, man. We'll have to make another bet again. I was a man of my word. I publicly apologise to you. Love me some Brandon Allen. Yeah, the strings. I'm behind in the comments, guys, so I like to catch up. Yeah, Engen ruining all of this growth of the sport. Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more. Ready Bang says turn and bank. What else have quickly got? Everyone's all talking to each other. Aussie, why doesn't Devon face Vitali in September? Why next year? That's ridiculous. I don't know. You'd have to ask them to. Arm wrestling fans are very weirdly demanding. But yeah, Engen probably won't let him pull. So it's really weird. It's very weird, right? Yeah, it just didn't make sense, that video. It didn't make sense, but I don't want to talk about him anymore because he's an idiot. Ready Bang says Drunk Eddie. Agree. EVW should get the first interviews. Yeah, that, I get it. But then when I'm seeing all the athletes pop up on other channels, like Brandon Allen's on a channel, and it's just like, okay, that's fine. They're not banning me. They're not banning me. No, Rob and I were talking about possibly me doing interviews on the EVW Sports channel. It fell through, but yeah, no, Robert hasn't banned me or anything like that. I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I say. Okay, so people are. I disagree. The conversation needs to be over. Just move forward. Give it any energy. Keeps it alive. Let's have a. Okay, man. The comments are flying. Now, another thing I want to talk about that EVW Sports are getting right is Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw, take a bow. Take a bow. Everyone should take the approach that Brian Shaw has been doing. His video, his 15-minute video with an update was clear, was concise, was direct, was honest. And it was from the owner of the Shaw Classic. So I wanted to hear from one of the owners, and I got it from Brian. I thought Brian's video was fantastic. Brian even offered his own money to get Vitali over, even just to get Vitali to the event, and probably just as an appearance. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And for that, Brian, I will back in the Shore Classic. And shout out to the Shore Classic Instagram page for trying to promote me as well. So we do not deserve you, Brian. We did not deserve you, Brian. It was, yeah, man. It was amazing what you had just done. Jason Merlot, my man, the fine wine. I'm curious to see how the Shore Classic turnout is. At the event, it'll be jam-packed because it's Brian Shaw. It'll be jam-packed. I hope they all turn up on the Friday night for the arm wrestling, but it should be jam-packed. Clerks93 says, not helping Shore Classic by talking about this BS. Talk about matches like Ricard versus Pablo. Go check out my podcast with him a couple of days ago, Clerks. If you're talking to me. So 2 things is wrong with this. I was never, ever part of EVW. Ray's officially back. Yes, Ray's officially back. He'll be the commentator of Shore Classic. He's hosting the podcast on the EVW Sports channels, and he does stuff on his channel as well. I never worked for them. I was a core sports guy, a king of the table guy. Larry Wheels, Adam Silver, Donna Drees, and Matt Rhodes were huge advocates of getting me at King of the Table. They liked that I was different from EVW Sports or East versus West. So they were like, okay, let's make it different. Instead of just having the same people all the time, they were like, let's make it different. We'll give Jake an opportunity. I thought I did well. Well, clearly, I kept getting invited back. So I never, ever worked for EVW. Brian Shaw is becoming an ambassador for the sport. He's becoming a great ambassador. A great ambassador. We do not deserve him. Just reading some of your comments. Yeah, Brian is a gem. Brian Shaw is taking a break after this event. The sport is cursed. I don't think it's cursed. I think it's just the way we all behave. I think it's just like, and I know for those that follow the channel closely, you've heard this before, but I had sponsors on board, and then they went to all the forums and they read comments on YouTube channels, including mine, and they were like, you guys, no one knows you guys are a sport, and this is how you all treat each other. No, thank you. Jace Larson with another super chat. Thank you for the support. Hit the like button while you're all in here. Honestly, the athletes who are being forced not to compete, leave them behind. Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, Devon, and their reach to strength freaks will make them realize they have made a great mistake. Yes, Jace, we're on the same page. And that's one thing. I'm going to put your comment back up, Jace, but that is something that EVW have done very well. They've made matches to keep the event going. They've made matches to keep the event going, to show, the famous line, the show will go on. And it needed to go on. It needed to sit there. And I'm telling you, and it's a shame because all those people that support that knobhead and all the people quitting, they're going to look for pirated streams. So they're clearly not invested in the sport. Where I've bought pay-per-views, $2 pay-per-views, $20 pay-per-views, and I've never watched the event. I'm like, hey, you're running a pay-per-view. I like you. You're trying. Boom. Here's my $2. Here's my $5. Here's my $20. Good luck. It's like the arm wrestling event goes on. And I like that they've continued to do that. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I don't know why there's a mad panic to bring Knobhead back, to get all the Eastern Europeans back. Just like, let them have a break. All right, you've quit. Let's calm down. Let's not make decisions based on emotions, which all the Eastern Europeans have openly admit. Well, not all of them, but your Kalinas and your Camille's and things like that. They've clearly done it all based on emotion and miscommunication. So I was like, cool. 2025 is not for you. Have a break. Settle down. Get your gatherings together, realizing that selling programs and turning up to a guest appearance event is not really what you want. You want to compete. That's okay. Have a rest. So now over here, we're going to have Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall. Now Mitch Hooper's coming on board. He wants to have a match with Brian. He's jumping on the table a bit. So I was like, cool. So now we're just getting millions of new eyes on the sport. Millions. 3.3 for Eddie Hall, 2.2 for Brian. What's Mitch Hooper? Mitch Hooper, YouTube, another world's strongest man. So Mitchell Hooper, does he have a YouTube channel? He's got 438,000. He's getting new into the YouTube. What's his Instagram like? Mitchell Hooper, 307,000. So, so you get all those new fans. And you know what will piss off the Europeans? Is, say we go 6 months and Mitchell Hooper comes on the table and Brian Shaw starts winning super matches. Then suddenly the comment section, because they won't know the past yet. So then the comment section will be like, well, Brian Shaw can beat Kalinichenko. And then that'll grind at their gear. Oh, Mitch Hooper will easily beat Kamil Jablonski. And that'll just grind their gear. So they'll say, right, we're sitting here with our thumb up our ass or our thumb in our mouth crying. Terrible. Right, Rob, get me a match. Get me a match. I'm telling you, it's, I'm with you. I'm with you. Now, going back to the original bit, Jason, everyone else, with, it would be more, it's the worst time for Devon to take a break. So when this new change is happening, we need Devon at the forefront. He doesn't have to compete. I think he should have one more match by the end of the year, maybe at a lower weight, if there's no super heavyweights, or take that Kamil match, because Kamil's dumb. He'll take the match. He'll take the match. So I think at the forefront, right, here's the new leadership. We're on board. Engen's quit, and we're sailing to the hills. That's what I think should happen. Well, that only that's up to you guys. Anytime Brian Shaw's on a live, feel free to bombard the chat. But that's how it got to the top with Larry and that. Moba Cry. What's the point of asking athletes to not accept the interview on your channel? Why they should be first? Well, they're paying the athletes. They're investing a lot of money. I get why. So, like, Robert's investing all this money to have the athletes. So, exclusive interview goes on their channel. I understand it. I don't think my channel's big enough to have an impact. So, like, if I had the other Saturday night, Sunday morning, if I had Matt and Philippe on my channel, when they do the EVW one, I don't think it would have had any negative impact. But that's okay. All right, let's take... let me get to your ones. Anyone who lives in Colorado, go to the Shore Classic? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we need Brian to say in the sport. So this one here, but Devon had already accepted the match. So let's go through that timeline. So Devon and Vitali have accepted a match, right? And already there was a venue change because they accepted the match. Then Devon says a video, which wasn't the official announcement, but Devon says a video. I think it's been moved to Baku. I think it's going to be in Azerbaijan. Okay, they've done it. The communication with Baku and EVW Sports was with Engen, right? So then Engen quits the company, and then Baku doesn't reply for 10 days. I don't know about you, but you're choosing not to reply. In 10 days, I'm a very busy guy, but I choose who I reply and not reply to in a text message. 11 seconds before you jump into bed. Hey, Robert, just in Moscow, mate. Just pretty busy doing some things. I come back in a few days. Let's talk there. Not that hard, but we know exactly what happened. We know exactly what happened. So when that form of communication breaks down, or the person that's the person that saved arm wrestling in the pandemic, when that person is the bridge, that bridge is gone. That bridge is gone. Okay, well, why would we be talking to a former employee helping out? I'm going to try and talk to you. You haven't spoke to me in 10 days. You're too busy for us? Well, we're too busy for you then. If you can't send a text message, I'm busy. Can I call you next week? We're still on. Like, you all get on your phone now and type that in the comment. It'll take 6 seconds. I'm busy at the moment. I'll be back next week. Can I call you then? Like, you're just choosing not to, and you've been influenced not to reply to Robert. You can't change my mind. You've been influenced that way. So, but he accepted the match. Cool. Let's have an event that doesn't even happen. Because even Devon had said that the venue would change to Baku. So the venues just kept changing. Phil Woody's in the chat. How you going, Phil? I must have missed you when you first got here. Is Ryan involved? No, I don't think Ryan's involved. I don't think Ryan's going to the Shore Classic. You'd have to ask him. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer in that. What up, Shane Carey? What up, my man? Joe Nelson. Joe's the man. What's happening, Joe? Alrighty. I'm so behind in the comments. There was no Baku event, guys. There was none. There was none. Vitali was offered a 10-year visa and a bonus 10K. Who offered the bonus 10K? Who offered it? That's what I'd like to know. I know Brian offered his money, but I don't think he put a number on it. Man, I am so behind in the comments. You don't have to write in capitals, mate. This will probably be the last message I read from you if you keep writing in capitals. Are the rankings going to change? For me, you've got 12 months. I've always said 12 months. If you're not competitive in 12 months, then the rankings change. My opinion, the rankings stay the same. Like, Chicago was only like a month ago, guys. Like, it's amazing how much has happened in a month. Oh. Tom Cohen. You are on fire today. Man. Oh, Matt Rhodes is in the chat. What's going on, Matt? Let's get it right. At this point, it's a farce from England. The athletes who have quit and the new ownership. Yeah, I've gone through some things that they've got right, but some things they have buggered up. I know we've spoke about it a lot privately, Matt, but it's just been, I certainly would have done things differently. And I don't know if you saw earlier what I would have done. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. What else have we got? Hey, Johnny Milne. How are you, superstar? But I think we need to just go thank Brian Shaw for being a legend. We're in a bit of trouble. We're in a bit of trouble. If Brian sits there and goes, right, I'm out, then yeah. I enjoyed Devon's video. I did enjoy Devon's video. I love when there's there's trash talking Devon, but then when there's pissed off Devon, he was just teeing off. He was bang, 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 bang in his latest video. And I was like, beautiful. Beautiful. I love when he gets a bit annoyed. I love it. Hey, what's going on, my man? A Stark. Oh, so some dude in the YouTube comments, you can't count that. No disrespect to the bloke doing it, but you can't count it. You can't. If you know, I've seen it happen all the time. I'll offer this, or like people make bets in the comments and they never come through with it. If that guy was legit, you know, and I don't know the full story, obviously, but I would have gone out to EVW Sports and tried really hard to, hey, I'm legit. Here's my business. Like the guy offered Erdem his money to pin Vitali. I mean, that's great. That singer. I don't know who that singer is. John Michael Howe. Okay. John Michael Howe, singer. Never heard of him. He's very popular, but I've never heard of him. And he offered 10 grand. Good on him. What a champion. How good's that? How good is that that someone with he's got 1 million followers on Instagram, on YouTube, 1 million plus, and 1.3 million on Instagram. You know what I would do? I would reach out to this bloke and say, thank you for offering the 10K. How about you come to the Shore Classic and sing the Star Spangled Banner? How about you open the Shore Classic? And now you've got this guy promoting arm wrestling. That's what I would have done. Do you still have the Rotherbury Cup? I don't know what the Rotherbury Cup trophy is. What's the Rotherbury Cup? Just bring back Steve Kaplan. All right. Yeah, so a famous. Yeah, okay. So now I'm finding out more information. So then my opinion has changed. Things change. What? Things change? People can change their mind. Good on him. Good on him. Oh my God. Yeah. The 10K seems legit. Devon had contacted him. Oh, man. Baku is the greatest place on earth. Oh, so yeah. So just quickly. Yeah, Enga making a video about the gambling. I touched on it earlier, Joe, when you got here. I knew about the accusations. I knew about the accusations. But I never ran with it and spoke about it publicly. But Engen has spoken about it publicly, saying it's a joke, it's against my religion and that. And yeah, I don't see him as a gambler. Do I see him possibly having a wink and a nudge to the referees to make sure Devon loses? Yeah, I could see that happening. When you hate someone so much, I could see that. Him putting a punt and gambling on matches, no. Would it surprise me? No. But I couldn't see him doing it. But I got like a big thing. Oh, yeah, I'm with you on that one. So it was very, very interesting to see how it all. I'll see what I can and can't read from it. I'll quickly go into my chat because the lot of it was huge. Yeah, see, I don't want to read. There's heaps. There 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 dot points, 5 dot points. Sorry, 5 dot points, and it's more interesting. I mean, it'd be cool if it was true. But yeah, and if it comes to the light, we'll see what happens. But at the moment, I can't really say anything because everyone that has been sending it to me hasn't really given me a confirmed source. So when people give me all this information, I need proof before I come out and say it. And sometimes people have asked me the shit I've got on WhatsApp. Oh my God. You want your legacy ruined? Just someone tell me I can go ahead with all this information. But yeah, like the phone call thing. All I did was just share a leaked phone call. No, I didn't share it. I made a reaction video of a leaked phone call. Okay. And one thing that I find interesting with the Eastern athletes, I know we're going a bit off tangent at the moment, but the one thing I found interesting about the Eastern athletes, they're so worried about the rule changes. And it's like, but Devon beat you all except for Levan with the original rule set. So why are you even more like Devon whooped you all? Well, I wouldn't say whooped, but he lost to Gennady and then got that win back and lost to Levan. But everyone's losing to Levan. So he's a clear number 2. So I find it interesting that with the rule set that they're so protective of, well, Devon was winning that anyway. And why are they so worried about one athlete? I found that very intriguing. They're so worried about the King's move, but it was always about Devon, not Michael Todd's King's move. I mean, his King's move's elite, but they were just worried about Devon being able to be in a stronger King's move. So I just found it all very, very interesting. Very interesting. And for me, it's like, okay, we're hitting this amount of viewers with the current rule set. Something needs to change. So why are we so afraid of change? Why is the arm wrestling world so afraid of change? It fathoms me. What else have we got? Vitali ain't beaten Devon, period. What else have we got? What do you think will happen? Well, the Shaw Classic is only a once a year event. So the Shaw Classic is just the annual event. So what would happen is the Shaw Classic only happens once a year, but I hope Brian stays involved with EVW Sports and goes, right, I'm going to help promote and build an event here. Cool. We're going to Switzerland. We're going to Italy. We're going here. We're going there. Or if they stay in America, because, that's when the fans turn up and pay the money. So if they want to stay in America, cool. But wherever it is, I just hope Brian stays involved. But my understanding is the Shaw Classic is a once-a-year event. So how many Shaw Classics are there in a year? I believe it's just an annual thing. Yeah, one Shaw Classic held each year. So why do they need change? Because the shit is boring. It takes too long. And you know what? Let Devon change the rules when he takes on Levhan. But I don't think there was much. If he wanted all these rules changed, which is just one person, I don't think he wanted much changed. I think, in my opinion, it was an opinion based to make the sport more interesting to watch. In my opinion. And now I'm wondering why no West people came out and just went, yeah, I'm quitting too. No West people came out. That was hilarious. Huge backfire, but hilarious. And that's Devon, he didn't. I think Toddzilla said like 12% of his matches are in a King's move. So this whole crying and quitting thing just came out of nowhere. Ready, bang. Worth remembering, the top roll was once banned. All matches had to start in a hook round one. I think we should go back to that rule just for round one. It was a good run, fellas. Yeah, we had a golden opportunity with Brian, and he's probably just like, you guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. All right, everyone's having a talk to each other. Hey, Uncle John, my man. Oh, if they do the double kings and the crowd loses their mind because they're not sure what's going on. They're just seeing two people rip each other's arms off. That would be elite. Elite if that happened. Oh, that would be amazing. I'd be down with that. All right, I'll go through a bit of a recap. The more kings, the better. If there are no more East pullers, what do you mean? There's plenty of East pullers. There's plenty. Plenty of East pullers. It's fine. I think everyone's like, oh, well, there's no East pullers for Devon to pull. No. Plenty. I'd love to see more Tobias Barong matches on his left arm. He's pretty strong. I'd love to see some mid-table clashes with Lars Rabakin. I love his intensity at the table. And my new channel is Only Kings. So, Aussie, why not invite Kadecha on the show? Because I explained it earlier. I can't have any East versus West athletes that are competing in an event on the show until they've done the EVW Sports ones first. Not allowed. They're not allowed to come on my show. So they've just got to do their one first, and then they come on mine. So I had them all lined up, rip-roaring, ready to go. Well, not all of them, but I had a lot of them. Dave agreed, Todd agreed, Matt, Philip, Devon, Alex was ready to come on. But, you know, that's just what happens. King's movie's the future. Oh, there's been a mad panic. And I don't know why. What else have we got? Everyone's having a bit of fun. So a quick recap. We saw, so basically Devon Vitali is not happening. Devon Vitali is not happening. I just explained. They do want to come on the show. They have to do the East versus West official podcast first. Yeah, literally just said that. So yes, they've all, a lot of them have agreed to come on. I even set my alarm early, and then I woke up and Philippe and Matt Mars got a message from Baxter, said you got to do our show first. I thought it was just an engine-driven thing, but Robert's continuing to implement it, and that's just what I got to deal with. So, yeah. Now, yeah, it's a shame that all of this the last few weeks are causing people to just take breaks and they've had enough. And I get it to some extent. I get it to some extent. But, yeah, Devon came out and he was just like calling Vitali a pussy and things like that. I do love it. Pissed off. Devon Vitali, if it translated properly, says he's not coming. He's not coming. You know, they got Vitaly a 10-year visa. He was offered a bucket load of cash. Jace again. How about Camille on Pradeep show became a puppy? I don't know what a Pradeep show is. How about Camille on Pradeep show became a puppy? I don't know. I don't know who that is. My apologies. I'm a bit behind in the arm wrestling world. Been focusing on other projects, but wouldn't surprise me. And then what else have we got? Yeah, then Ingham made a video and he's like, I saved the world from arm wrestling. Levan and Hermes love me. And I was just like, cool, you're contradicting yourself way too much. Next. So hopefully in, 2.5 weeks now? Yeah, about 2.5 weeks. One in my time, 14, 15, 16. It's 17 days or 18 days. 18 days until 18 days. 18 days until the Shaw Classic. So the pay-per-view link is out. I reckon we just make it as popular as Devon versus Dennis. That was the most sold pay-per-views, I believe. I think Devon and Levan 2 didn't eclipse that, but Devon versus Dennis, I think, is the number one. So we just, you vote with your money. You try and take down any pirate streams like you would have beforehand, and you just send them through to the East versus West Instagram page or their Facebook. Say here, because that's what I used to send to Engen back in the day, and I used to help him out. Go, hey, mate, here's Ollie, but pirated channels or pirated videos when the matches would get leaked, and I would send them to him. Not a thanks, mate. Not a thanks for helping out. Not a thanks for buying 10, 15 pay-per-views to give to people who couldn't watch them. Not a thanks. Just like it was expected of me. So do that now. Do that now. Wesley B. Alex Cadetra has gained a lot of fans from the West. Yes, for not being a crybaby. But he's always done his own thing. Even earlier, he wanted to do an event with AWC. And he says, I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm not under contract. Because that's where a lot of mistakes was happening. A lot of athletes actually weren't under contract. They would sign a contract for the match, but there weren't that many under contract. Even Camille admitted it. But was it dangled in front of them? If you go compete there, you can't compete at East versus West? Absolutely. And another thing that's annoying, I don't know what the backstory is, but Anae Takanaka from Japan is not allowed to compete under the Japanese banner for WAF at the WAF Worlds. So after them and some other influencers, when Takanaka was supposed to pull it knuckles up, and then they're like, well, you'll get banned from WAF or anything. Next year's World, she's not allowed to compete under the Japanese banner. Not sure what the story is there, but she posted on her story. To all my beloved rivals around the world who have been waiting for me, I won the national qualifying tournament, but my recommendations for the World Championships have been revoked. As a result, I will not be able to participate in this year's WAF World Championships. I'm sorry to everyone who was looking forward to seeing me. Screenshotted it from her. So that's interesting. Barong isn't an East puller. From Sweden? Where's he from then? Where's he from? If he's not an East puller. Will I be doing live commentary? 100%. You know that I do it all the time, King Huddle. I will be doing live commentary for this event. 100%. 100%. I will be doing it. All righty, scroll down. Mad respect for Alex. See you, 7/8. See you next time. Oh, man, I'm minutes behind. Make sure to support and buy the pay-per-view. If you can't afford it, buy the pay-per-view for the strongest man on earth as well. If you can afford it. Yes. I will be doing both. I won't be able to watch both, but yeah, unfortunately the timing sucks for me for the arm wrestling at the strongest man on earth. Sucks for me because of the time frame, because I have to take a day off my footy commentary. So that is really annoying. That is so annoying. But, man, it is very, very interesting, tiring. It is weird what is going on in the arm wrestling world at the moment. I'm hoping some athletes hurry up and get their interviews out of the way. So hopefully next week, because it's like, yeah, next week I can get some of the athletes back on the channel. But that's okay. I offered to do them on their channel with... Well, okay, I'll actually tell you exactly what I offered, because I was like, I'm not doing anything for free. I'm not going to suck up. I said, I'll do them on your channel. No, first I offered the help, and then I was like, I'll do them on your channel. But I get one exclusive on my channel, and I chose Dave and Toddzilla because they're my mates. And Dave is very comfortable with me doing interviews with him. Doesn't go on anyone else's channel unless he's being paid to be on, as in the promotion. So, and then when I do that, you guys help promote my brand. Robert never replied, and then I saw that Ray was doing it. Now, Robert might ask me to do something in the future, but I'm not in a hurry. I just offered, take my offer. If you don't want it, that's cool. That's cool. I'll do my own thing. Understand that it's an East versus West thing. I've got to sit here and wait for you guys to do your interviews. I don't want to be that guy, but your athletes were asking to come on my show. But yeah, I do. I really hope that this will be massive. I hope the event is going to be huge. Look, I don't know if this is satire or not, but I absolutely loved the WAL. And in my opinion, was the biggest arm wrestling promotion in the world. That's it, in my opinion. Okay. Buying both, Brian rocks. He does. We don't. We don't. Jake, what do you really think of the standard? I see it as a golden opportunity to showcase arm wrestling. I know a lot of people want to see only the top 5 in each division, right? But I've always been a big... You've got to understand that I think it was like 65% of East versus West matches were wipeouts. 3-0, 5-0, whatever. So it's like, you've got the best in the world, but like one person is just whooping the other one. Where this one here at the Shaw Classic, there's an X factor. There's an X factor about it. We don't know, like the Brian Shaw Eddie Hall match at King of the Table was great and a very highly viewed match. And now a lot of people, they'll go down that rabbit hole. But now this is a golden opportunity to entice them. Eddie Hall's having a match. We've got Brian Shaw having a match. And then, of course, Devon, who the charismatic enigma, who's just going to just lure people in. So the reach that's having, then a lot of the strongmen that are going to be at the Shaw Classic will probably be there on the Friday night. And then they're filming bits and pieces. Hey, I'm here at the arm wrestling. Oh, my God, this Devon guy's amazing. Oh, my God, how funny is Matt Maher slamming the table? Oh, Brandon Allen, what a character. He used to be a strong man. Now he's converted. And Big Loz will be there. So they'll be, chirping and asking questions. So I think it's a golden opportunity of what we got. You get to see some big, bad dudes arm wrestling. Now, if all of these matches become 3-2 bangers, then we're laughing. We're laughing. But if it's just boring setups, go chalk, not being a ref script, slip, go chalk, bottom ref in the way while the strap goes on. Okay, flash pin. then it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Yes, we don't have every single top 5 athlete there, but the Devon Alex left arm match was pretty good. You know, what are they now? Number 4 and 5 in the world on the left arm. You know, that was pretty good. You're seeing the best female, the number 2 female arm wrestler on the planet, Gabriela Vasconcelos, taking on the up-and-comer Jocelyn Brisson. So you got number 2 in the women's, number 2 in the men left arm. You got 2 world's strongest men. You've got a European strongest man in Big Loz. Like, it's amazing. Golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. Okay. Tall Paul loves the WAL. Their production was good. What did I see on the weekend? Oh, the slap fighting. I saw the slap fighting on the weekend. Talk about production. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I thought that slap fighting production with Devon and Lockie, with Derek and Lockie was brilliant. Was brilliant. The slap fighting, good on them for getting there and chucking their face on the table. I didn't really understand what was going on, and they ended up fighting twice. I was trying to understand. I couldn't understand it. But it was hard for arm wrestlers to watch that because you didn't come in with an open mind. A lot of people were watching that hoping it failed. A lot of people were watching that and just hoping that, you know, because every highlight, because slap fighting's a highlight sport. I don't think it's a live event sport, in my opinion, just like arm wrestling. So a lot of people were watching that. One, they were hoping that it failed. Two, were very happy to shit on it when it wasn't the greatest. And because of the highlight sports, every single thing we see in slap fighting is one person going fucking whack and knocking another person out. And that didn't happen in the match. People were hoping that Derek would come in and slap the shit out of Lachlan and Lachlan would be knocked out, or vice versa. They were hoping the anvil would drop it on him. So it was hard. It's hard to get an arm wrestler's opinion on that. And I don't listen to anyone's arm wrestler's opinion on that, because 90% of people were going in hoping that it would fail. Okay, what else have we got? Just quickly before I probably wrap up. Yeah, it's been an hour and 18 minutes. With the slap fight, if they got, rid of the odds on the screen the whole time, that would have been awesome. Yeah, they had for some reason, the odds 1-1 when they should have just had rounds or hits or something. I don't know. Slap match was awful. Derek and Lachlan got an easy payday. I would have done the same. If that was the result, I might cop a slap as well. What else have we got? What else? Bob Anderson having some fun in the chat. That's not a bad point. The slap fight event showed bad most arm wrestling productions are. Madness. Oh. All right, you guys are brilliant. It was, So I might do a show another end at the end of the week. I'll see how many podcasts EVW do to see if I get the athletes on beforehand. Maybe I'm the post-match guy. Maybe that could be my role moving forward. So, like, after an event, I get the winners, not straight away, but, you know, when they get back to their homes, it's like, right, you're the winner. Come on the channel. So, yeah. Oh, well, that's life. I'm out of here, Dead Set Legends. Hit the like on the way out. Thanks for all joining, having a bit of fun. Go subscribe to my other channel. Just a bit going on. All the copyright strikes have been removed from my channel. So we're back to it. Just working out what my next move is. I'm actually talking to a legal team as we speak. But at the moment, it just looks like someone is digging their own grave at the moment. So we will see what happens. You guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, if you watch this later, give your thoughts on it all. I'm out of here.